Hello, my beautiful fitness friends. Welcome back to DANSIQUE Fitness. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Desiree, and today I have a fabulous DANSIQUE recharge routine for you. So we're going to stretch, we're going to strengthen, we're going to breathe and find our centers, and I guarantee that you'll feel so much better afterwards. So we'll be doing 6 little flows, which will consist of several Pilates-based exercises. So grab your mats, guys, and let's get going. Let's start by standing up nice and tall, shoulders over the hips, legs are hip-width apart. Take a nice inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, let's tuck the chin to the chest, and we're going to roll all the way down to the floor sequentially through the spine. Place your palms or fingertips on the floor, and let's bend the knees and lengthen up those legs. Now, if you can't reach to the floor, that's okay. I just want you to hang, and we're just going to keep bending the knees and lengthening them up, getting a really nice stretch in the hamstrings and calves and Achilles. Good. Let's now lift up the heels, going into a ballet elevée, also known as heel raises. So the knees stay straight, and we are just picking up those heels, going on the balls of the feet. Good, guys. And let's roll sequentially up through the spine. Let the arms and head just hang. Shoulders down. Head is the last thing to come up. Beautiful. Let's float the arms out to the side. We're going to bend the knees, pull the belly button into the spine, round the arms in front of you, curl the spine, drop the head down, and then we'll open it back up to our center. And let's just reverse that curve. Sternum goes to the sky, really opening up the chest. Good, guys. Let's float the arms down. And I'm just going to walk to the center of my mat. We're going to repeat that same sequence that we just did, but we're going to add on this time. So once again, rolling down sequentially through the spine. If you can, palms or fingertips on the floor. And we'll take a bend of the knees and then just lengthen the legs up nice and long. Good. We're going to do this 4 times. Take your time. Good. Nice deplie, and really lengthen those legs up. Good, guys. Shift your weight a little bit forward. That way you can press up onto the balls of the feet. Good. Try to keep those legs nice and long. Good. This is a great one for the calves. And we will lower the heels back down. Now, I want you to adjust your left foot so it's right in the center, and then we're going to take a big monster step back with that right foot into a nice lunge. Let's bring the hands in front of us to our heart's center. Shoulders are down, and let's just enjoy this stretch here. Really try to push that right heel down into the mat. Let's arc the arms up, arching the back, opening up the chest. Again, sternum goes to the sky. Good. Let's bring the body back to center. Bring the hands back down to your center. Beautiful, guys. And let's bring in that right knee. Really curl it into the chest. And if you want, you can release the left arm. So I want you to feel the longest line possible, all the way from those left fingertips down to your left foot. Let's change over to the other side. Left foot is back. Nice big lunge. Good. Nice deep breaths. And arc the arms up. Arch the back. And we'll come back to center. Bring those hands back to your center. Good. And really shift the weight onto that right leg. Crunch the left knee into the chest. And we'll release the right arm. Again, feel the longest line from the tips of those right fingers all the way down to that right foot. Beautiful job, guys. Let's stay here and just lift up and see if we can find our balance. Good. We're on the balls of the feet. Lengthen the arms up above the head, and then bring the hands back to your heart center. Keep the shoulders down, nice long neck. Core is obviously nice and engaged. Good, guys. And nice plie to release those calves. Good job. Let's just swing the arms out and we'll move on to our next flow. So for this one, let's roll all the way down and we're going to start in our downward facing dog position. Good. So feel a nice stretch again in the backs of the legs. Try to get those heels down. From here, let's lift the heels up once again, and we're going to adjust to a tabletop. We're just hovering the knees and the shins, and then push back to your downward dog. Again, heels come up, and this time we're going to lower the knees and shins all the way down to the floor. Release the toes and into our bird dog. So we're releasing the opposite arm to leg, core stays engaged. Bring it down and switch it over to the other side. Good. This is all about the length. Just try to make the longest lines possible. Tuck those toes under and let's go for it again. Downward dog. Lift those heels up. Lower down to your tabletop, not all the way, just hovering the floor. And push back into that downward dog, heels down. Lift the heels up again, lower back down to your tabletop, this time lowering the knees and shins all the way. Release the toes behind and bird dog, opposite arm to leg. And lower down and release to the other side. Doesn't this feel amazing? Good job, guys. And we're going to tuck those toes under and again, downward dog. Lift the heels up. Lower down, hold it. And push back to the downward dog, heels down. Lift those heels up, lowering all the way down to the floor with control. And releasing opposite arm as leg. Good. Keep pulling that belly button into the spine. And switch over to the other side. Long legs, long arms. And release down. Good, guys. One last time. Keep it flowing. Tuck those toes under, downward dog. Lift the heels up. Lower down, tabletop, hover. Good. And push back again. Heels up. And lower down all the way to the mat with control. And lengthen out. And lower down. And last one, guys. Lengthen out. And lower down. Beautiful work. Good. Let's just take a little break. Push back into your child's pose. Good. Relax the head down nice and heavy and nice deep breaths. Great job, guys. Let's roll up through the spine and let's take a nice little head roll while we're here. Let the head circle all the way around. Keep the core engaged and the shoulders down. Once your head makes it down there, you can reverse your circle. Really, just let it go. This should feel great. Good. And sit up nice and tall. All right, guys. So for our next flow, this is going to be a prone flow, which means we're going to flip over onto the bellies and work the back of the body. So I want you guys to get into a frog position. So your knees are open about the width of the mat and toes are together pointing towards the sky. I want your hands to be under your shoulders and we are going to push the floor away. Good. So your elbows are shooting straight back and make sure that core is engaged. We have to protect that lower back. So you're constantly pulling the belly button into the spine. Great job, guys. And now we're going to switch over to the legs. So you really have to squeeze those buns, engage the hamstrings, and lift your quads off the floor, toes reaching for the sky. Good. Let's lengthen out the legs and repeat the same sequence. So legs stay on the floor. First, we just lift the upper body off the floor, really push the floor away. Good. This is a great one for the arms, the chest, the back. Beautiful job, guys. Lower down with control. And press up. And lower down with control. Beautiful. Now engage that booty. And here we go. Lengthen out the arms in front. And we lift up the legs, lower down with control. Lift up those legs, squeeze those buns, lower the legs down with control. Good, guys. This is such a good one for the back of the body. Beautiful. Good. Keep pulling that navel to your spine. And now let's go into a nice little rocking. So we're just going to grab those toes. And the best part about this is you don't have to force this at all. I just want you to think of taking deep breaths, and the breath itself will allow you to rock forward and back. Let's lengthen everything out. Sweep the arms behind. Feel that beautiful back extension. Good. The whole back of the body engaged. And we'll lower down. Beautiful job, guys. Let's push it back into our child's pose. Good. Nice deep breaths. Whew. All right. For our next flow, we are going to flip over once again, and we are going to lay on our backs. So for this one, the legs are in a similar position. So we are going to place the heels together and the knees apart. So we got to flex those feet. And for my ballerinas out there, this is almost like a grand plie in first position. So here we go. Knees apart, heels together. We are going to inhale through the nose as you exhale, curl up nice and high. And we're going to lengthen the legs straight up to the sky, bend the knees back in. And then I want you to lower the legs maybe a little bit more. And then bring the knees back in. And then we lower the legs even more. And bring the knees back in. And last one, shoot straight out as much as you can. And bring the knees back in. Good job, guys. Let's lengthen those legs up. And now we're going to open to our straddle split. Keep those feet nice and flexed. Use the inner thighs and we squeeze those legs together. Again, open, squeeze them in. Good. Open, 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 and squeeze them in. Beautiful. Good. This is a great one for the inner thighs, the adductors. Good. And let's go from the top. Bend those knees in. Lengthen the legs straight up. Try to maintain that beautiful external rotation. External rotation starts from the hips. Good. Try to lower the legs a little bit more and bring the knees back in. And last one, lower the legs even more. Good. Bring those knees back in. And we lengthen the legs up. Let's point the toes this time. And again, open your legs to the side. Nice big straddle split. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Beautiful job, guys. Make each movement count. Work with control. I hope you're breathing. We're never holding the breath. Good. Squeeze those legs in. Nice. And open, 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 open. Let's hold this one. You can place your hands on your calves. And just take a nice deep breath. Let's bend those knees in. Keep the toes pointed, heels lifting off the floor. And we're just opening to our butterfly position. Relax the head down. Nice deep breaths. Good, guys. And let's just lengthen the legs nice and long. And we're going to go right into our next flow, starting with a roll up. Lengthen the arms above the head. And here we go. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, peel the spine, round over the legs. Beautiful. And let's start rolling down with control. Bring the knees in, and we're going into our rollover. From here, let's place the hands on the lower back, and we're going to lift up into our jackknife. Try to make the straightest line possible. Again, you got to squeeze those buns. And we lower the feet back down to the floor with control. Lower the hands back down to the mat, and we're going to roll up into our teaser. Good. Nice little balance here. Think happy thoughts. Good job, guys. Hold, hold, hold. And let's lower the legs down. Take a nice stretch over the legs. And then we'll roll all the way down. Wasn't that fun? Yes, it was. Let's do it again. Here we go. Inhale, rolling up. Tuck the chin. Peel the spine. Exhale, round over the legs. Really pull that belly button in. Good. Start rolling down. Bend the knees in to go into your rollover. Toes on the floor. Good. Place the hands on the lower back. Squeeze those buns. Engage the core. Legs lengthen up into your jackknife. Good job, guys. And we lower the legs down with control. Place the hands back on the mat, and here we go, guys, rolling up into our teaser. Take your time. Good. Release the arms. Balance, balance. And let's grab onto the legs. Good. Shoulders down, long neck. And lower the legs down with control. Let's shift the hands behind the pelvis and push up into our reverse plank. Hold it here. Deep breaths. And lower the pelvis back down to the floor. Beautiful job, guys. Let's take a nice little spine stretch. Bend the right knee. Left arm goes on the outside of that right leg, twisting to the right. And then we'll shift over to the other side. Good. Really root those sit bones. Nice twist of the back. Beautiful job, guys. All right, so let's just flex up those feet and another stretch over the legs. If you can, grab those toes. If not, you could just place your hands on your shins and just drop the head down nice and heavy. Beautiful job, guys. All right, let's get on those feet. We have one more flow. This one has a squat involved. I know, everyone loves squats, right? All right, guys. Nice wide stance here. Feet are apart, parallel position. We're going to squat down and then shift your weight to your left as you crunch the right knee into the chest. Squat down, shift your weight, crunch the left knee into the chest. Good. So we're just going to keep alternating sides. Again, really stick that butt out when you squat. And then stand up nice and straight as you crunch the knee into the chest. Make sure when you're squatting down that the knees are in line with the feet. That's very important. Good. Keep those shoulders down. Chin and chest up in that squat. Good, guys. Great one for the buns. Great one for the quads. Let's take a little break. I want you to lower your hands all the way down to the floor. We're just going to bend the knees and then reach up with that right hand. Again, getting a nice twist of the spine. This should feel beautiful. Let's lower back down and we'll shift over to the other side. Left arm up. Good. And lower back down. Beautiful, guys. We'll hang out here and then just sequentially roll up through the spine to stand up nice and tall. Let's go again into that squat, but instead of a knee crunch into the chest, we're going to go into a hamstring curl. So again, nice wide stance, legs are parallel, squat it down, stick that booty out, and then I want you to try to touch your heel to your bottom. So this is our hamstring curl. Good. Again, guys, make sure when you're squatting down, you're really sticking that butt out, and then stand up nice and straight as you go into your curl. Beautiful job, guys. Yes, we're working the front of the legs, we're working the backs of the legs, we're working that booty, working the core. Good. Keep going, keep breathing. Nice job, guys. Let's take a little stretch here. Hands on the floor, and again, let's twist up, reach that right arm up to the sky, and lower back down, and then twist and reach the left. Beautiful. And take it back down. Good. Let's just hang out here, cross the arms, and I just want you to swing side to side like a pendulum. Good. This should feel really nice. If you want, you can even add a little twist of the back, sort of like a figure 8 motion. Good. And let's just walk those feet in. And we'll lift the heels up. Here's your challenge for the day. Try to keep those heels up, and I want you to roll all the way up. Good. It's a great little balance challenge. Got to really engage that core. We'll take a little balance here. Hands on the hips. Good. And plie, release the legs. Beautiful job, guys. All right. Let's have a little seat, and we're just going to cross the right over the left, and I want you to place the left arm on the outside of that right leg, again taking a nice little twist. Good. change legs, left over the right hand on the outside of the left, and take a nice little twist. All right, my friends, you are all done. I really hope you enjoyed this DANSIQUE recharge. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions for any future videos. Thank you so much for your love and support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.